Would you guys be mad if I wore this fluffy hoodie again? I've been literally obsessed with it since getting it for Christmas, and it is so cold here right now. Like, honestly, I'm so cold. I just spent like 20 minutes wrapping my dog Max up in all his blankets and all his coats, and he looks so cute. But yeah, we're both feeling the cold today. So yesterday I asked on my Instagram stories for some questions, because today I'm going to be doing a Q&A while I get ready with you guys. I don't think I've done a Q&A before, or if I have, it's like eons ago, to the point where I've just forgotten. Yeah, this should be interesting. I've asked for some like juicy questions. I've got a range of different questions that I'm going to be answering today. If you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely go and do so. It is caitlin.c_official, so you don't miss out on anything like that. I'm doing polls, I'm doing Q&As, I'm doing like different makeup looks, so definitely go and check that out. But just before we jump into this video, if you have not already, like and subscribe, because it would mean the world to me. I do a lot of get ready with me's, normally with bright, fun, colourful makeup looks. I also do a lot of project panning content here, so if that sounds like your cup of tea, then definitely stick around. I have a dog hair in my Urban Decay primer potion, which is great. Look at that. So for my eye look today, I'm going to be using my Those palettes. You've obviously seen a lot of the Modern Renaissance, but I don't know, it's the Soph X Revolution's first month in, so I wanted to play around with it a little bit. They work really, really well together, which I'm very, very happy about. They're both quite warm colour stories. We're going to combine them today. Why not? So I'm going to go in with Nightmare first, which is the black. You guys know I love starting most of my looks with a black. It's me. Hello. I have to. This isn't the most pigmented black in the world, but you know what? It'll do. Okay, so as you can see, we're going for a slightly smoky winged look. And while I catch my other eye up, I'm going to ask the first question. Okay, so Tanya Does Everything asked a few questions, which I love. Question number 1 is least favorite makeup step. And I actually think that it is lashes. I don't like doing my lashes, but I can't do my makeup without doing lashes. It's either that or brows. By the time I've done all my makeup and by the time I'm putting my lashes on, I'm like ready to be done. I've done the creative process. I'm good. I'm just ready for it to be over. It doesn't take me long to do lashes. It's just that I'm a little bit lazy. I don't know. I actually can't remember the last time I did my makeup without lashes, so I clearly enjoy them. Makeup looks without fake lashes, to me, on my face, look a bit weird. Like, I always want to have lashes on. So they are a crucial step, but they're just a boring step. They are just so boring, okay? Same with brows. I always need to do my brows, but doing brows, yawn. And then Tanya's also asked 2 other questions. So one is my greatest fear, mascots. Ugh, Mickey Mouse. I cannot deal with Mickey Mouse. Can't deal with clowns, things like that. If I can't see their face, I'm out. Father Christmas, gone. It's just really, really freaky to me. Same when I was a kid. If Father Christmas came to school, I was out of that classroom straight away. And she's also asked, do I have siblings? I don't have any full blood siblings. I do have half siblings and step siblings. I don't know how many because my dad was a little bit of a player, but I definitely do have like at least 6 or 7 half siblings, I think. And then 3 kind of step siblings. So there you go. Okay, now I'm going to go into the Modern Renaissance. I'm going to go into Love Letter, which is the darkest pink matte shade. So another question is, if I could collaborate with any brand, what would it be? The Pastel Roses. We already know this. Okay, the Pastel, I'm going to do an indie brand and a main brand. So the Pastel Roses is the indie brand that I just love so much. I was first put onto them by Make Me Up Misser, of course. None of us are surprised. And they do the most beautiful, iridescent, sparkly, shimmery pigments and eyeshadows and palette. They've started doing cheek products as well now. Blushes and highlights and bronzers. Oh, I really want to try them so bad, but I'm poor right now, so I can't. But I have loved them for so long, and I have been promoting them for a very long time, and every time I use one of their products, you guys are like, yeah, we know. We get it. Calm down. But I just can't stop showing their products. I can't stop promoting them because they are genuinely my favorite brand. They also wished me happy birthday on my birthday, which I was like fangirling so hard about. It was embarrassing. I was there. I said to my mom, I was like, oh, I got the pastel roses and wish me happy birthday. I was so like fangirling to the max. It was ridiculous. And yeah, they've started sending me like a few free bits as well whenever I order from them. It just makes me feel like a proper influencer, even though obviously I'm ordering from them, but like they throw in a few little prezzies. And yeah, the fact that they know who I am and they've wished me happy birthday, if I could be on their PR list, I think I'd cry. I think I would like, I'd just bawl. I honestly, I don't even know if they do PR, but I could die happy. So everyone get the pastel roses on it, okay? Okay, but main brand that I would collaborate with, maybe Beauty Bay would be a really good one. Like, I love my Book of Magic. We all know my Book of Magic is my baby, but I just feel like if I collaborated with Beauty Bay, it would just be to bring back the Book of Magic. Like that would be it. And I'd just be like, yep, my work here is done. You're welcome. But yeah, Beauty Bay would be a good one. Odens Eye would also be an amazing one. They have no idea who I am though. I'm still an absolute micro influencer, so my hopes of having a collaboration with a brand are gonna have to wait like 10 years, I think. Even though I would love to do one, I realize that it's gonna take a lot of time for me to get to that place. Okay, next question is, what got you into makeup? This is gonna be really like weird, okay, but stay with me. I'm gonna use Realgar. That's not the weird thing. But there was this girl in high school. She was called Izzy. Okay, should I even say her name? I'll cut out her last name. She was called Izzy, and she always looked beautiful, and she was what I aspired to be, okay? And she was a fellow theatre kid, so she was like attainable, you know, for me. I was like, I could look like that. I could look like that. I could look like Izzy. And like remembering back, she looked like so mature. But like, honestly, like that was probably just my rose tinted glasses. Like we all probably look like children because we were. But like my memory of her is being this like Instagram model, like so mature, looked like a 25-year-old, but like in a good way. But like she probably just looked slightly older than I did. And I looked like a little round-faced, baby-faced thing. But she definitely got me inspired to use like, I don't want to use the word normal, but like normal makeup. She was the one I was like, I want to look like Izzy. I just wanted to be her, to be honest. She was cool. She had all the boys. She was popular. She was talented. And I was like, I want to be Izzy. Sound like a right little stalker. But then I got into the makeup sphere. I started, you know, using makeup more. And then I don't know what got me into colourful makeup, to be honest. I think I just started watching influencers. Like Make Me Up Missa is a huge one. I do talk about her a lot on my channel. Make Me Up Missa definitely widened my horizons, I think, when it came to colourful makeup. But I don't know, actually. To be honest, over lockdown, that was a huge one. That's when I first started my channel, over lockdown. And I think like no one was going out, so no one really cared what you looked like. So I just started doing whatever on my face, and it just kind of evolved from there, I guess. Like I knew no one was gonna see me, so it didn't really matter if I looked like a clown. It didn't matter if I put like murky, horrible, unblended colours on my face. And I think having that time just let me kind of grow in my makeup, because I don't really remember doing colourful makeup when I was in college, and lockdown was like right at the end of college, so I think it must have been around then. Yeah, so thanks COVID, really good one there. Side note, I'm actually really excited for this palette. We're just over a week into January when I'm filming this, and like look, this shade is nearly gone already. My Realgar is like, the pan is massive in this. I'm so excited. I think we're going to have Antique Bronze done by next update. I'm so excited. Okay, so another question from my boy Mike. Hi, Mike. He helped me with my show reel. Big man up for Mike. He said, what is something you tell yourself to keep yourself motivated? And this is a big one. Sorry, I'm just looking for a brush. Story of my life. Am I right? Yeah. So I'm going to take my first shade from this palette and I'm going to go in with this kind of orangey matte called Cup of Tea. It is a dirty brush, but it's like the same color. So I just thought, it's fine, you know. Something I tell myself to keep myself motivated is, to be honest, like you guys. And that's so like, I know. It's like, oh my God, you guys keep me motivated. But it's so true. It's so cringy, but it's so true. I read your comments all the time and you're just so nice all the time. I very rarely do get negative comments, and actually I did do a video recently. It's called YouTubers' Imperfections Are Not Yours to Mock, and there was so much love on that video. I basically talked to you guys about like the amount of hate I was getting for my teeth. All of you guys were literally the best in that video. You were like so supportive and that's exactly what I needed. Also, like my growing numbers, I set the subscriber goal for 2023. I wanted to hit 3,000 subscribers by the end of 2023. I ended up hitting 3K in like the last week of October. So I absolutely smashed that goal. So then I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a 3.3K goal by the end of the year. Absolutely smashed that as well. So that's really keeping me motivated right now. However, when it comes to YouTube, I found that like there's a lot of ebbs and flows on YouTube. Some months are going to be really, really good months for my channel. Other months are going to be awful months for my channel. And I've kind of told myself in the awful months, it's like, it's okay because I know this pattern and I've like understood this pattern now and I don't get myself too worked up about it. I think that's a massive thing for YouTubers. Some people may not know that it's not a steady growth all the time. It's very much like grow for 2 months and then do an awful month and then grow for 2 months, then do another awful month. It's very like finicky, I found. But yeah, not losing motivation in those months is definitely key, and just my audience is so good in those months. You're amazing all the time, but especially in those months you really keep me motivated. And I get so many messages on Instagram. I need to blend this eyeshadow, otherwise I'm gonna be here all day. Especially on Instagram, like when I get messages from people basically saying how much I help them and how much I don't know, just make them smile. It's unlike anything else. You know, I'm a little bullied theatre kid. Like, no one ever talked to me that way before. No one ever said that I inspired them before. I was just this, like, in the corner, quiet kid. And now I've got this, like, audience of people who tune into me every day. I have my regulars as well, like, who comment on pretty much every single video. And it just makes me smile so much. Like, I don't even really see this as a job. Obviously, I do have to like schedule myself. I do have to be quite self-motivating, I guess, to get on here every day, do my makeup, things like that. But I love what I do so much and I would never ever change it for the world. Like, I genuinely love my job. I don't know, coming from a job where like I really hated what I did every day to then doing this, it just makes me realize how lucky I am to be able to do this and to, I don't know, grow with you guys, I guess. So there you go, Michael. Happy now. Next question is, how did you make such a switch in 2023? What were the people who helped a lot? I'm going to have a massive ego dent right now. However, I would like to thank my ex for hurting me so bad. So if you guys don't know, 2023 was probably one of the worst years of my life. And I've had a few bad years. Let me tell you, I've had quite a few. But the reason 2023 was such a bad year is because, well, partly because I was with a guy who hurt me lots and lots. I'm not going to go into it today because I'm in a good mood, but I've kind of dropped a few hints here and there around my channel. And honestly, the craziest part is about 4 days before like I ended it, I would have married him. I would have 100%, no questions asked, married that boy. And I'm going to call him a boy because that's what he is. Things are getting spicy already. Can you tell? I'm heated. If he didn't hurt me the way that he did, I would not be here right now. I've noticed little things, like even the tiniest of things don't bother me anymore that used to bother me so much when I was with him. So he used to point out my mustache all the time, and it was all I saw when I looked at my face in the mirror was just like my mustache. I used to do hair removal cream like once a month. I was so self-conscious of it. Now I don't even see it. Like things like that, like even little things. Like obviously there are massive things like my mental health in general. Also leaving uni. The last time I cried was actually the last day of my show at uni. And funnily enough, the last time that I spoke to my ex, they were the same day. So that whole week was just very traumatic. But I remember finishing my last show at uni, walking to Lime Street Station and just sobbing in Lime Street Station for about an hour. Since leaving both of those negative influences behind, I have not cried. And for me, that is mad because I was such a crier. Like, if anyone from uni is watching this, they probably don't believe me because I would cry all the time. And I don't think I knew how depressed I was at the time when I was at uni and when I was with my ex, because like that was just my life. And I just convinced myself that I was just like depressed because of my past or because of anything else. But no, I was depressed because of who I was surrounding myself with. I was depressed because I didn't want to be doing theatre anymore. That's something that I realised in like halfway through my second year of uni. I just thought, oh my god, I really don't want to do theatre anymore, but like I can't leave this course because I've got student debt and I'm in the middle of a show and all this kind of stuff. I was kind of stuck like that. I didn't realise how unhappy I was in my relationship even before everything went tits up. Like, I'd convinced myself that I didn't want kids. I'd convinced myself that I didn't want to get married. I very much do want those things, but because my ex didn't want to have kids and didn't want to get married, I'd kind of just gone along with it. And that is 100% my fault, okay? I was just too obsessively in love with him and I couldn't let him go. And then when everything happened, honestly, it was like a light switch flicked in my brain. And overnight, I was just like, right, enough. Goodbye. It's crazy. It is honestly crazy. I did not think that that would happen at all. But it's just so crazy that I was so desperate to hold on to this guy for years. Like, I was clutching at him so hard. And just overnight, my brain was like, I want nothing to do with him anymore. I don't know. I felt quite guilty about that for a very, very long time because I thought that it must mean that I was a bad person. But honestly, like, I think I was just done. I was so mentally drained. He decided to tell me everything a week before my show, which was not cool. I just had so much going on in that week. Once I was out of that situation, my brain was just like, we're done. That's it. And I'm so happy about that. Sorry, this turned into a bit of a therapy sesh, but I'm still not done, bear with. Yeah, I'm just so happy with myself for that. I am so proud of myself for that. And if all that hadn't have happened, I wouldn't be with my boyfriend now, who is amazing. Ben, if you're watching this, I did not say that. No, I'm joking. No, I want him to know. I tell him all the time, like, he's so amazing. I lied. I have cried one other time. Okay. I was getting so proud of myself. I did cry one other time, but it wasn't for sadness. I was on FaceTime with Ben and I started crying because just a wave of relief had passed over me. A wave of just like, oh my god, I'm out of that situation passed over me. And this was a good like 3 or 4 months after I had left the situation. But I just was crying, saying that I was so grateful for him. And I was so grateful where I am in my life right now. And I just cried because I was so relieved. That's the only way I can say it. And yeah, they're the things that have helped this year. Honestly, my life changed within 4 days. I'm not even joking. I changed within about 4 days. it wasn't even this gradual thing. It was just like someone clicked their fingers and was like, right, snap out of it, leave all that behind, be the best person you can be amazing, serotonin, mental health, love you lots. And yeah, we're gonna rock life. And that's what I did. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, that was a very, very long answer. I'm gonna go cut my crease and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I kind of went a little bit crazy on this eye just because I don't know, something was missing. I didn't quite like how it was going. So this is what we're doing. Okay, here we go. Trust me to make things 10 times harder than they actually have to be. But the next question that I'm going to answer is, what do you see yourself doing if YouTube becomes unsustainable? Oh boy, people love this question. Not that I mean that you are implying this whatsoever. I love the question. However, I have noticed that a lot of people like to ask this question because they are expecting it to fall through. Not that you are 100%. I love the question. I'm backing myself up here. I'm backing you up. Love the question. But I've noticed especially older people are like, oh, hey, and what next? So before I answer this, I'm gonna do this gradient. It's this shade. I don't use these shades. So Festive Flame, Copper Coin, and then my massive Franken of Grow Old and Sparks Fly. I'm going to do that over this cut crease. So I have, as I said, been asked this quite a lot of times. And I'm a massive, like, self-employment person. I want to be self-employed. I want to run my own businesses. I do have about 4 or 5 business ideas already, and all of them are quite achievable. However, I do know that to have your own business, you do kind of need an audience, especially for the things that I want to do. So YouTube for now is definitely like helping me build that audience and helping me like grow my notability. Is that the word? And that's definitely helping me for like my future businesses. Obviously, I love YouTube. I'm doing YouTube as a full-time thing right now. It is almost like a stepping stone, and I definitely will be doing YouTube for as long as I possibly can, and hopefully I'll be able to do my businesses and my YouTube at the same time. I'm going to be dipping into my Christmas Eve palette and into the shade Blue Ice here. But like before COVID, I was a freelance makeup artist, like an actual makeup artist, not an online one. I feel like, hang on, my angle is a little bit skewed that side. There we go. So that's definitely a path that I could go down again. These cut creases aren't quite even, but when are they? But I also have plans for a cafe. I also have plans for like another freelance makeup artist kind of job. I have plans for maybe a fashion house. I have so many different like self-employment, own business kind of plans, and I am genuinely so excited to like dive in. But obviously, to make your own business, you need funds, you need customers, you need all that kind of stuff. So right now, it's not really even my 5-year plan, to be honest. I feel like it's definitely more of a like long-term, like very long-term kind of plan. But I mean, you've probably heard not just me, but other YouTubers saying that January is like the worst time to be a YouTuber. It's the worst time to be self-employed in general, I think. But yeah, YouTube is really unsustainable in January. So I am currently looking for a part-time job as well as doing YouTube 7 days a week, which is going to be pretty tough, not gonna lie. I am kind of apprehensive about that just because like I know it's gonna be hard, but at the end of the day, I want to make this work. I want to get to the point where I can start running those businesses, and I do have that audience, and I do have that like, I don't know, that self-made growth. That is what I want to do. I want to be self-made, and I've been looking into a lot of different like business ideas, even though I can't do it right now because, as I said, like I'm not big enough at all. I don't have the money. I don't even have a car yet, so I definitely can't do things right now. I'm just so looking forward to building my own company and companies one day. That is my dream. Like, my dream, I'd love to have a cosmetics brand. I'd love to do freelance. I'd love to have my own fashion house. I'm gonna make a cafe one day for, I'm not gonna say the idea right now because it's not copyrighted or anything, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. Okay, I'm really hoping that these wings are somewhat even. Kind of, maybe. So I thought that just the hollow wing was still a little bit boring, and also I wanted to clean up because it's a little bit messy. So I took the shade Blue Star from my Christmas Eve palette and I mixed it with some Inglot Duraline. Now, I've lost my makeup palette, so I'm just doing it on a bronzer. Not very professional, but you know what? You didn't see it here. It's fine. This is like such a beautiful blue to purple. I'm not sure if it comes across though because it's on such a small area of my eye. Wings aren't even. I do prefer this one for a change actually. Normally I always preferred this wing, but I don't actually think I knew what I was doing. This is definitely a bit longer than this one, but shh. Shush. So I'm gonna go off camera, do my face. I think this is a lot better than just with the cut crease. I do like the wing situation. I always think I can do more with my looks, and I always think that it's not good enough. But I like this. This is different. This is nice. I like it. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, do the rest of my face, check in on my very sleepy baby boy, and yeah, I'll be right back.
Hello, sleepy angel. Hello. Hello.
And here we have the final look. What are we thinking? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Hopefully you don't hate it, but if you do, let me know. Maybe you learned some things about me today. Again, definitely check out my Instagram so you don't miss out on any of these things in the future. I always go on Instagram to talk to you guys and do in-depth tutorials on all of my looks. So definitely go and check that out. I'm actually really liking this look. I really didn't think that I would when I first started doing it, but it's a trust the process kind of look today, guys. Most of my looks are. I'll have like a base of what I want and then I'll keep adding to it, and then eventually it turns out pretty good. So this is where I'm gonna love you and leave you today, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for all the growth on this channel recently. I am constantly blown away by just how great it's doing. It's crazy. I am uploading every single day in January, so definitely stick around because there'll be more fun looks just like this one. I hope you have an incredible day today, guys. Look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.